Welcome to Cody in the Cinema. I just got back from a road trip. Went all the way to Yellowstone from Virginia and did some other things and back. And on my way back, I was in Madison, Wisconsin, and I went to a half-price bookstore, and they had a ton of good physical media there. I was shocked. And I picked up 4 titles. Like, I did not expect to find any of this anywhere in the wild. And this first film I hadn't even heard of. Someone who watches me or clicks on this hopefully has heard of this and can tell me a little bit more about it. But I think this is called Hanagatami. So this was directed, and like I said, I don't know anything about this, by Nobuhiko Abayashi, who I guess directed House. And it has a beautiful, gorgeous black and white cover here with a few pieces of color. And the idea is that it's a pivotal time for Japan. There's an unstoppable momentum of war, and it has forcibly seized the lives of youth to battlefields, and they've disappeared, is what it says, forever. This boundary-breaking, traditional yet experimental film celebrates the clamorous heart of youth and the indomitable will to live. And even the 3 still frames look really pretty on the back. It's bare bones. It is, I do believe it's Region B. It's a Third Window Films release. I've never gotten anything from Third Window, but I didn't even notice at the time that this is the director of House, which is, I know, really popular among the film community. So I was excited to find something like that in the wild. And from what I hear or have read, it's really good. So if you know anything about the film, let me know, because that was something I'd never even heard of. Very excited to get that. Another film that completely I did not expect, and I think this is a Film Movements classic. This is called La Innocente, or La Innocent, The Innocent. Again, forgive my pronunciation there. This is a Luchino Visconti film. I don't know how many of his I've seen, if any. This is a director I have heard of a lot from Martin Scorsese, but it has a pretty good cast there. I know these 3 are all sort of famous, but it's from a novel, and I think it's the final work of this director, is what I'm reading. And this is late 19th century Italy. An aristocrat goes bored, with his wife, and he gets a mistress and something, and a widow. And he is then tormented by repercussions of different types of infidelity. The cover of this looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm really looking forward to this. I feel like I have heard of this before. And so those of you that are familiar, again, like, I'm not super familiar with this one, you'll have to let me know. Another thing, I got a DVD that a few people have recommended to me. I think 1 or 2 of you have left a comment about this before. And I got a DVD of this for a reasonable price. This is called To Be or Not to Be. This is a Criterion. It's a DVD, but it's in really good shape. It's from 1942. It's a black and white. It's a screwball comedy. Ernest Lubitsch stars with, is it? Yeah, no, he's the director. And Jack Benny and Carol Lombard are in it. And they are in Nazi occupied Warsaw, and they become caught up in a spy plot, and it's supposed to have bold black humor, and maybe it was made, it says, went to production right before the U.S. actually entered the war, with satire, romance, slapstick. People have been recommending this to me. I'm very excited to see it, and I love the cover art with the Hamlet mention there with the skull. Just really clever. And it has a neat booklet with it. So after I watch it, I'll be curious to pick through this. This is used, and it's still in pretty good condition. Really nice booklet. But I was happy to find that. But what I was most excited about, because I have heard of this before. This director I'd heard of, and I've kind of put in the back of my mind, and I found for a good price his Kino Lorber collection. So I think his name is Miklos Jansko, approximately is his name. This is a collection of his. Bela Tarr, who I've talked about on the channel multiple times. I have a few different videos about Bela Tarr. Bela Tarr called him the greatest Hungarian film director of all time. And I love the simplicity of the cover there. This includes works of his called The Roundup, The Red and the White, The Confrontation, Winter Wind, Red Psalm, and Electra My Love. And the Roundup, I think, might be his most famous. I'm not sure. It depicts a prison camp after the Hungarian Revolution. I get the impression that this is in general linked to revolutionary cinema. Again, I don't know all the context and all of the, political ramifications or aspects of the film, although but that's kind of my guess based on what I looked at a little bit of this. But yeah, it looks really good. I probably will watch all of these. I know that I'd had this kind of tucked away in my mind. Watch this director. And for those of you that are familiar with the director and his work, you'll have to let me know. These are all blind buys, so I haven't seen any of these. And I know almost nothing about them other than what I read. And I kept it that way. I didn't want to like research them and then act like I knew everything about them. I wanted to show you all how much fun it can be to go out in the wild and look at some films and kind of pick them up for maybe a discounted rate. And these were. When I did the math on this, it would have cost me something like 3 times that amount to have gotten it online. So I really enjoyed that. I picked up a few other things that I might drop in a video here or there, but those were the ones I was most excited about in my haul as I was going, across the country pretty much and back. I mean, I didn't go all the way out to California or Oregon or anything like that, but definitely a good, fun trip. And yeah, if you like the video, want to click the like button, thumbs up, that'll help grow the channel. And subscribe if you haven't. I do these thrift hauls. I cover Criterion content, Westerns, just lots of movie stuff. And tell me what you've been watching or what you think about any of these in the comments below. See you next time on Cody in the Cinema.